Your life as Italian drug kingpin level 1, the errand boy. The envelope is heavier than you expected, not because of what's inside, but because of what it means. You've been standing outside this bakery in Naples for 11 minutes, waiting for a man named Caruso to open the back door. You are 19 years old. You are wearing your cousin's jacket. You tell yourself this is temporary. Caruso opens the door. He doesn't look at your face. He looks at your hands. He takes the envelope. He says 2 words. You nod like you understood them. You didn't. But you walk away clean, and that feels like something. This is how it starts. Not with a gun, not with a speech, with an envelope and a back door and the decision not to ask what was inside. Your neighborhood in Naples runs on a system so old it has no manual. The Camorra doesn't recruit with job postings. It recruits with proximity. You grew up next to it. Your uncle knew men who knew men. Your first job was running small packages from one block to the next. 40 euros per run. No questions, no names. Just addresses memorized and forgotten by morning. You learn the first rule immediately. You are invisible at this level. Invisibility is protection. The moment you become visible, you become useful. The moment you become useful, you become accountable. Stay small. Stay moving. Stay clean. For 7 months, you run. You don't know what you're carrying. You suspect, but suspicion is not the same as knowledge, and you've already learned the difference matters. You clear around 800 euros a month. It isn't life-changing, but it's yours. And for the first time, something in your chest feels like certainty. Level 2, the corner. They give you a corner, via Manzoni, near the Tabacchi. You manage 2 younger runners and a small inventory of product, mostly cannabis moving into heroin by the end of your 3rd month. The margin on a corner this size is roughly 3,000 euros a week. You see maybe 400 of it. The rest moves upward through channels you can't see yet. This is where most people stay. You don't plan to. The rules of the corner are specific. You never hold product and cash at the same time. You never use what you sell. You never let your runners see more than they need to see. A runner who knows too much becomes a liability. A liability becomes a problem. Problems get solved in ways that keep you up at night if you let them. You stop letting them. The psychological shift here is subtle. You start categorizing people differently. There are people who are useful and people who are not. People who are loyal and people who are waiting for a better offer. You begin reading rooms before you enter them. You start noticing exits. A man named Pellegrini from the Secondigliano district offers to buy your corner's territory for twice its market value. You tell him no before he finishes the sentence. Not because the money isn't good. Because saying yes to someone who didn't ask permission to approach you tells every person watching that you can be bought without ceremony. Pellegrini nods. He respects it. You don't care if he respects it. You only care that the message traveled. You are 21. You have not touched a weapon. You have not needed to. But you've started thinking about them differently. Level 3. The soldier. You get a name. Not your birth name. A name the street uses. It spreads through the district the way these things do, without origin, without announcement. You hear it used by someone who doesn't know they're talking about you. That's when you know it's real. You now manage a crew of 9. Your territory covers 4 blocks in one of Naples' most contested drug corridors. Monthly revenue through your operation sits around 60,000 euros. You keep 12. The structure above you keeps the rest. This is not a complaint. This is tuition. Violence enters the picture here. Not in the dramatic way films present it. It enters quietly, practically, like a tool being added to a toolbox. You don't use it without calculation. Uncalculated violence is noise. Calculated violence is communication. A member of your crew steals. Not much, but enough. You handle it yourself, without escalating. Everyone sees. No one forgets. You don't feel sick about it afterward. And that absence of sickness is the thing that actually unsettles you. Late at night, alone. You rationalize it cleanly. The system has rules. Rules without enforcement are suggestions. You didn't make the rules, you're just maintaining them. The identity erosion begins here. The person you were at 19 still exists somewhere, but you visit him less. He asks too many questions. He still thinks in terms of right and wrong rather than safe and dangerous. You are 23. You have 2 phones. Neither is registered to your name. Level 4. The operator. You are now coordinating supply, not just distribution. A Moroccan connection through Genoa. Albanian logistics through Puglia. The cocaine enters Italy through the port of Gioia Tauro in containers labeled industrial machinery. You don't touch the containers. You don't go near the port. You are 3 layers removed from everything. You clear 40,000 euros in a week, and none of it touches your name directly. There are lawyers now, accountants who ask no questions and charge accordingly. A restaurant in your name that loses money on paper and exists to justify your lifestyle to anyone looking. A small construction company. A car dealership registered to a cousin who is compensated generously for his signature. The system is elegant. That's the word you use. Elegant. Your decisions now affect dozens of people. Supply delays ripple downward. A bad batch causes problems you have to manage from above. You are no longer solving problems. You are managing systems that generate problems, and your job is to absorb the shock before it reaches anything important. You stop sleeping normally, not from guilt, from volume. There is simply too much to hold. Level 5. The strategist. The meetings change. No more back doors of bakeries, private rooms. Men in their 50s with property holdings and restaurant chains and regional political connections. These men do not raise their voices. They do not threaten. They suggest. They observe. They wait. You learn to do the same. The Camorra is not a hierarchy in the traditional sense. It's a network of competing clans held together by mutual dependency and shared interest in not destroying each other. Your clan controls a significant corridor of the southern distribution network. That makes you valuable. Valuable things are protected. Valuable things are also watched. A rival clan moves on one of your supply lines. You respond not with force but with leverage. You have information about their relationship with a customs official in Salerno. You use it, carefully, through channels. The problem resolves. The official cooperates with you instead. You gained an asset where you could have gained only a body count. The men in the private rooms notice. You are 27. You are invited into a conversation you were not supposed to be part of for another decade. You feel nothing celebratory. You feel the weight shift. Level 6. The authority. You run the Secondigliano corridor now. Pellegrini, the man who offered to buy your corner 6 years ago, reports to you. He is professional about it. So are you. Your annual operation moves approximately 12 million euros through legitimate and illegitimate channels. Police have opened 3 investigations into your name. All 3 have stalled due to insufficient direct evidence. Your lawyers are very expensive and very good. The isolation begins here. Genuinely begins. You cannot eat in most restaurants. You cannot attend your nephew's school play. You cannot call your mother without routing through a clean phone. The life you built this around. The version of yourself that wanted stability and respect and to stop being afraid has been replaced by a structure so complicated it requires constant maintenance just to keep you free. Loyalty is currency and it devalues constantly. Men who would have died for you 3 years ago now calculate. You see them calculating, you calculate back. The math is exhausting. You make a decision that costs a man 15 years of his life to protect your operation. You make it in under 4 seconds. You don't revisit it. Level 7. The Ghost. Your name appears in depositions in Rome, Palermo, and Brussels. You are not present in any of the places they look for you. You are in a villa outside Caserta with a view of the mountains and security that cost more to install than most people's homes. You have not been seen publicly in 14 months. The operation runs without your direct involvement. Lieutenants handle logistics. Lawyers handle exposure. Accountants handle the flow. You handle almost nothing, and that almost nothing takes 16 hours a day. The psychological cost at this level is not fear. Fear requires a future you're uncertain about. You are certain about your future. The cost is something quieter. You have become abstract. To your enemies, you're a threat. To your allies, you're a resource. To yourself, you are mostly just the work. Your son is 8 years old. He knows your face from photographs. Level 8, the architect. There are no more levels to climb. You are 41. The men who built this system before you are dead or imprisoned or living as you are, invisible, reduced to signatures on documents and voices on encrypted calls. You are the system now, not a part of it. The system. Your decisions shape price points from Calabria to Amsterdam. A single conversation in this villa can redirect supply chains affecting thousands of people in a dozen countries. You have never felt less powerful in your life. This is what no one tells you about the top. The top is not a throne. The top is a room with no doors. You didn't lock yourself. You are untouchable and completely trapped. You are legendary and completely alone. You have everything and it weighs nothing. Somewhere in Naples tonight, a boy of 19 is standing outside a bakery. He is holding an envelope. It is heavier than he expected. He is wearing his cousin's jacket. He tells himself this is temporary. He has no idea what he's just agreed to become. But you do. And the door is already closing behind him.